Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Lucas, and this is Doing the Deal. This will be the last installment of our hot peppers. It is getting to that time of the year where our temperatures are cold outside. It's definitely chilly down in the basement. We do have the AC Infinity heater, and it works pretty good, but it's just too much energy to try to heat this space. So we're going to shut down the peppers, and we're going to do something else. But for today, we're going to show you what we got cooking. Our temperatures are cold, our plants are definitely not looking too hot, and we are going to harvest every single pepper, red, orange, green, yellow, purple, pink, it don't matter. We're going to get them all. We're going to chop them down. We're going to look at our roots, and we are going to clean up the space. So with that being said, let's get after it, take a look at the plants, and then from that point, we will pull them out and take a look at the roots. So let's go ahead and get after it. All right, so overall, plants have been in here for quite some time. We do have a lot of yellowing. Our temperatures are chilly. We're 70. The lights have been on for a couple of hours and the heater's pumping. It's just not really doing the deal. It just is what it is. So, but here's what we have going. We're gonna get all the reds and all the greens and all of these as well. Some more down here. All right, there you have it. We've been drying all of our peppers, and it makes for a phenomenal spice to add on everything. Look, our companion plant is finally going. Too little, too late, big homie. Catch you next time. All right, as you can see, peppers are ridiculously messy, but it is what it is. So let's drain the tub and get some of the peppers out of here. All right, y'all, we are going to take a look at the roots of our plants. We're gonna start with our flaming flare. We're gonna pull them in here. We're gonna bust them out of the bags and see what we got. So here we go. All right. So dirt should be fairly dry. Shut the system off a couple of days ago to let it dry out so that we don't have to mess with muck. So yeah. Take some of this stuff out here. It'll all be good. We do reuse the dirt. We're gonna stick it in our garden beds in our backyard, so that's great. So if we see, got a pretty good root base right here through the bag. Let's get it all out of here and see what we got. Might be a pain, but we'll see. Overall, good root growth everywhere. Everything looks really good. And you can see, here's the bottom of our bag. All roots, all looking pretty good. And if we take a look, here's our big mass. And it's all pretty much just a big giant root mass. Let's see. See if we can shake some of this out of here. Here we go. It's pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. Overall, not too bad at all. For this one, we get some of this dirt out of here. I think I might need another tub here. All right, we'll use all of this in our garden beds outside. This root matter will break down. It'll be good. Good green matter, whatever they want to call it, brown matter. Just try to not make a mess. It's too late, I think. Okay, some of that. All right, one down. Let's take a look at one more. This is the Jedi. This was the jalapeno variety. We did have a little plug at the bottom, stuck in the bottom of the basket. This would have been right here, growing into the air cube bucket itself. They do cause blockages for it to fill and drain if they do get too bad. You leave your plants in there long enough, but some good roots coming out. Let's rip it out and see what we get. Go. Turn that bag inside out. All right, there we are. Bottom of the bag. A lot of roots, a lot of mass. I love it. I love it. Take a look. Nice square, hilarious. Nice good root chunk. Nice big thick one here in the middle where it's all branching off of. See if we can get some dirt off. This one's definitely more cubed up than the other one. You can see this is just all roots in here with our medium. It's everywhere. Let's see if we can get down to this thing in the middle. Let's see if we take a look. It's one of my favorite parts, just ripping this stuff apart, looking at it. I love it. It's just all roots. Yeah. All right, so plants did really well in the system. So I'm very pleased about that. It's a nice thick, yeah, this crazy. It's pretty good. Right, definitely what we're looking for. And everything looks healthy. If we wanted to pump the heater, we probably could have kept getting peppers, but we're gonna switch over to a colder climate crop and go from there. But yeah, big old fatty root mass. Nice thick pepper stalk. Main root right here in the middle, coming down. All right, there you go. All right, that's 2 of the 4. I'm assuming the other 2 are going to be identical to this in their own form or fashion. So let's go ahead, flip this around for some final thoughts. All right, guys, so there you have it. Got our last little harvest of our peppers. We shut down our peppers at the same time, and we took a peek at our roots. So from start to finish, I'm not too mad at it at all. We got several large harvests over the course of these peppers' lives. Everything worked the way that I wanted it to work. We did pretty good, not too bad. So I'm not too mad at it at all. Main issue we had was the Grow Ace controller would sometimes not kick on over the course of the entire run. So just intermittent faults, not sure why, but down here often. So, you know, looking a little dry, you gotta flip the switch, cycle the system, make sure pumps are still running. I think every time I cleaned out my pumps to make sure they weren't clogged with garbage, they never were. I just think there's something wrong with the controller. So pleased with how that all went down. So we're gonna cap that off with a double thumbs up. So once again, as always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching. You have any questions, comments, concerns, advice, are always welcome. Please post them down below. If you like what you like, please smash that like button. If you want to continue along with our epic journey of indoor gardening exploration, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. What we're going to try to do now is do something a little different in the same tent, but we're switching over to some colder climate crops. We're probably going to switch over to some leafy greens, some lettuce, try maybe an NFT system, something just a little different than the air cube setup. We may do it in conjunction, run like 2 of the cubes and then have something else on one of the sides. So we'll see. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.